Hey everybody, I'm going to make a video about my day 2 ayahuasca experience. This is probably going to be about 20 to 30 minutes long. I'm going to do a longer video because, man, I'm probably going to get pretty emotional too. So much happened in this experience that it might take me 5 hours in a video to explain all of it. And I'm still processing what happened. Let's just say that it's the best day of my life, hands down, that I can remember. I think I might have had some good ones when I was a kid, but that's so long ago I don't remember them. So you're supposed to set an intention when you start the ceremony. This is our second ceremony. It's our third day at the retreat. The first day we just kind of hang out and do some orientation. Second day we do our first ceremony. Third day we do our second ceremony. Yesterday we had a day off, and then we're going to do 2 more. Although I don't even feel like I need them at this point. I'm going to be there for everyone that's here with me. God. So my intention starting the ceremony was for the medicine to teach me how to have unconditional love for myself and everyone else without restriction. I drank the 2 cups, which is basically, it was the same as I did the night before, but I did it all at once instead of spacing it apart. And within about 30 minutes, it actually was probably 15 minutes, I started getting communication. It was just fast. I wasn't, that didn't happen to me the night before. I was kind of disappointed, but this time I was getting messages. It wasn't audible. It was just in my mind's eye. It was just saying, it's hard to remember it exactly because this is a very abstract experience, but I'm just trying to remember like verbatim what it was saying. It's saying that most pain in the world is caused by too much thinking, being stuck in your ego basically, or some kind of blockage in your body that's preventing your heart from having feeling. For me, I think it was probably a little bit of both based on what happened. It's people that overthink things and get stuck here and lose track of their heart. And it said, when this happens to people, they have to come and see me, ayahuasca, if they know about it, that is. If they don't, then unfortunately that's sad for them. And then it said to me, I'm going to show you what happens when people don't show their hearts to each other. So it tells me to watch the room, because there's 20 of us in this room, and watch all of the pain and the poison that's coming out. And it also told me that sorry guys, it also told me that if everybody just opened their hearts to each other, that the world would be a better place. And I realized that I never want to close mine again, because when I do, it hurts everybody else and it hurts me. I've been so emotional the last couple of days. It's because I'm happy. It's not because I'm upset, you guys. I mean, yesterday I was literally shaking all day, twitching, breathing, crying. It's just cycles of this over and over again. Today I feel great. I mean, I felt great yesterday. It's, the day after, it was the best day of my life. I had 2 hours of sleep and I still just felt fucking amazing. I was expressing love to everybody here. Oddly enough, they were expressing it back. The universe seems so alive. Anyway, the ayahuasca made me make a promise that after the ceremony, the next day we have a meeting where we all share our experiences. Maybe promise to make everyone close their eyes, and for me to tell them all that I love them. And by loving them with my heart, which I've never really done before that I can remember, that I'm loving myself too, because we're the same. here and in our bodies. We're all, unique, but in our hearts, we're all the same. It's God. It's the spirit of everything. Anyway, that's probably the hardest part, so hopefully I'll stop crying now. God. So it said, watch the room. And I said, okay. And it said, this is probably going to be pretty unpleasant for you. And I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. Because I'm starting to feel it. You get kind of a weird sensation in your body. It said, this is going to be painful for you. And I'm like, oh no. This is going to go bad now. And then it says to me, I'm just kidding. It's not, you can handle it. I told, when I drank the medicine, I said my intention silently, and I told it silently that I trust it, because I do. This stuff is, I don't know how this is possible. So it's miraculous. If you have any kind of issues, man, I mean, psychotherapy is great, but I don't think psychotherapy could do what this did. In a day, I'm alive for the first time since I can remember. I felt I was dead inside almost my entire life. Maybe other people couldn't see that, but I could feel it. I just felt like so cut off and separate. Same thing, I guess. And just so lucky to have it back. So anyway, and then it says, I'm just kidding. And, it said, it tells me, you said you trusted me, right? And I'm like, yeah. So then it starts. I kind of fall down onto the bed, and I'm kind of sort of in and out of consciousness, but I start seeing, just insane. I can't describe them. No, it's not. It's something that can't be described. Visuals. They were just so colorful and just weird patterns. But it was like God. It was like God was showing me the underlay of everything. It's within all of us. It's within all of our hearts. And it was pretty intense. So the shamans there, these people are amazing too. They sing. They call them Icaros. They're basically songs. And there's 3 of them in this ceremony that all 4 of these that we're at. There's a husband, a wife, and a daughter. It's a family. They've been doing this for years. These people are saints. It takes a long time to be able to do what they do. I can't say that enough. So they wait. The previous night they wait like 40 minutes before they start singing the Icaros. This particular night, it just seems like forever. Like it's taken forever, and it's 2 hours. Or it was probably 2 hours, but I would say probably like about an hour and 15 minutes in, I'm experiencing these visuals. I'm feeling, just out of it. I'm feeling like I'm dying, kind of like I'm sick. But I know that this is going to pass. No one dies from this that I've ever heard of. I mean, in fact, it rejuvenates people, which is what's happened for me. But when you're in the experience, it kind of feels like you're dying in a way, if it's intense enough. So then I started getting sick, and I'm like, oh man, this is a common thing. Everybody gets a bucket. Sometimes people shit themselves, people get sick, people cry, people shake, people tremor, people laugh. It's just emotional madness, basically. Anyway, the night before I didn't purge, I didn't get sick, vomit. But this night, man, I went to that bucket and I didn't have much in my stomach because I didn't eat that much that day. I threw up and it felt like normally you would just feel it in your stomach. It felt like it was coming from deep, deep within, almost like in my intestines. I mean, it was just in it. And once I threw up, it felt like it wasn't going to stop for a while. I just was like it was just like so deep. I felt like I was being so loud. It was just clearing it out, like whatever's in there, physically and spiritually. If you haven't done this, you don't know what this feels like. It's not a normal vomit. It is something else. In fact, a lot of people, they dry heave, but they see things coming out, smoke or spirits or whatever. I mean, there's some weird stuff that happens. Anyway, I lay back down and I'm, losing it again. I'm getting into la la land again, and I start feeling sick again. I'm kind of back and forth between that and the bucket for a bit. And I'm not really getting any messages at this point, other than I can't really think clearly. My mind's gone, like my ego's dead. I'm dying. Like my ego, the thoughts, the mind. And it kept saying, do not try to make sense of this. You can't. Like, you're a human. You can't understand this. What's happening? None of it makes sense. So I was like, okay, I can't make sense of it, so I'm not going to try. So at some point I started just shaking uncontrollably. And I mean, just tremoring so much. I thought I was having a seizure. I was kind of out of it. I wasn't conscious, but I thought I was having a seizure, and that everyone in there was like concerned about me. And I felt like I died. And so it was like, it's kind of like a dream almost. It was like I died, and then I was revived, and everyone was like so worried that I was dead, and somehow they revived me. And now everybody was happy that I was alive. They were happy to have me back. And I was happy to be back. But the trembling probably wasn't as bad as it seemed. It was just me. It just felt bad. I mean, I was just shaking so much. It was just like my body was just I was like I was having a seizure. And then I start, like, I go through alternates. I mean, I'm not doing this in a linear order because there's so much stuff that happened. I mean, I could go on and on, but I was crying, like just bawling, like, because I've held this love in for so long. And I don't feel the love yet. Like, I don't know what it feels like yet. It's like work. It's doing something to me. I don't know how it works. I just know that this stuff is God. This is Mother Nature. I don't know how these idiot people found this thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, or I think it was thousands of years ago. I don't know how they found this. It's divine. I mean, it's good for your body. You might as well be. I mean, you can, an orange or an apple or some spinach is not this, obviously, but it's good for your body. It's not bad. Like a lot of drugs that people do, or medicines people take, they have side effects. It's for me, the only side effect of this is I feel alive, more alive than I've ever felt that I can remember, except for me when I was a kid. So I'm going like through cycles of crying, vomiting, shaking uncontrollably, and moving my arms around, and also throughout the experience, tapping. And I'm not controlling any of this. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about any of this. I'm not controlling any of this. It's happening automatically. The medicine's doing this. I'm tapping on my head. I'm rubbing my head. I'm tapping on my chest, like the middle of my body mostly. I was moving my arms around a lot, like, shaking them, like I was doing the previous night. I think the previous night one, was kind of just opening me up for the next night. I mean, I was just doing like a lot of shaking of my arms and tapping like the entire middle of my body. In the yogic tradition, they have chakras. And I wasn't sure if these were real, if they were just made up. Oh, they're fucking real. Like, I couldn't see them or anything, but this is what's happening. It's like my body is, with this medicine, is intuitively like moving energy somehow. And then the shamans, like throughout this time, the shamans start singing, and they go around in a circle. They space themselves evenly apart. The husband comes first. He's, probably in his mid 60s. And I'm pretty out of it. And when they come, they go around and they sit next to you, and you're on your mattress. They sit in front of you and they start singing to each person individually. and they're all singing at the same time, and it's like a symphony, an orchestra. It's amazing, and I don't know what they're saying, but it's just beautiful. And I sat in front of this guy. It's dark. He really probably can't see. He can see me, but not like you guys can now. I was just bawling, and I was also like, just getting into the music the chants that he was doing, because it was like, I don't know what it means, but somehow these people understand how this medicine works, and they channel it. And me and the guy next to me, somehow I felt like, and it has nothing to do with me or him, it's something that's happened in the room. I felt like these people were using me and this guy next to me, because he was going ape shit too, as conduits for the energy that was coming into this room. I mean, I just felt like everything was coming through me and through this guy next to me. And it was bringing energy from somewhere else into this room, and it was going around. And a lot of other people felt that too. There's another guy that was breathing like really heavy. He was like, for a while. And like at the beginning, before they started chanting, and I'm like, what is that? Who is that? What's going on? And it's the same thing. I think they're bringing energy through him too. It's like it's coming through us, and it's not only cleansing us as it's coming through, but it's getting into the room also and helping maybe with other blockages. Or maybe they're just bringing it through everyone. It just seemed like it was just through me, but it felt that way. With regard to the shaman, the daughter came a little while later, and she was singing to me. And the husband, they have a word in their language. It's the Shipibo language. I think I'm saying it wrong. It's kind of a weird pronunciation. It's Irake, which means thank you. And I had forgotten the word, but I said to him after he was done singing to me, and it's loud in the room because the other two are still singing and people are making noise. And I said gracias to him, like under my breath. It was so quiet. And he said Iraqi to me. He said thank you to me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy thinking me for? Like, I owe this guy my life. So the daughter comes and she's getting into it. I'll try to keep it the rest of it brief. I'm just about done. The daughter's getting into it, and she's like rap. It's almost like rap. She's like da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get into it so much. Like it was like, it was good. I was like, it made me want to dance. I like to dance. It was just powerful. And then the mom came, and the mom was the last one, and the mom she lit a cigar, mapacho. This is something that the shamans and even the participants smoke during the ceremony. You don't have to, but they do. The shamans love those things. You don't inhale them. It's just the tobacco has a spiritual property to it. Anyway, the mom lights this mapacho, or cigar, and when she lights that lighter, her face, I could see her face light up because it's dark in the room. She looked like she was 300 years old. She's Indian. She looked like 300 years old, like ancient. There is ancient wisdom in these people. They take this stuff all the time. I don't know. And they're fine. Like these people take, I don't know, I don't know if they do this every single week or if they rotate, but I mean, they're taking this all the time for years and years and years and years. And then she sang to me, and the daughter and the mom, like they're powerful. Like their voices are like strong. The dad is more like toned down. Oddly enough, the dad feels more loving. The mom and the daughter are really nice people too, but like they really get wild and they get quiet. And when they get quiet, visuals and stuff seem to calm down. And then they get loud and like, it just like everything becomes color. Like the visuals I was having, I can't describe them, you guys. It was like the underlay of this reality. It was another dimension. It's just all kinds of weird geometric shapes, lots of movement. It's very, 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 very colorful. I mean, I was given everything in this experience. I'm leaving so much out. I made so many notes afterwards. But let's just put it this way. My heart is fully open now, and I feel more alive than I felt since I was a kid. Everything looks more alive. And the interesting thing is it's like everything that I took for granted before, I can see it. I love everything. Everyone, everything. Everybody watch this video. Myself. And because of that, it's like the universe is loving me back. It's bringing things in. It's showing me things. Like I got up yesterday morning after 2 hours of sleep, and in this ocean out here, there are dolphins jumping, like lots of them. You could see the splashing, and it wasn't just me. My roommate saw it too. Like there were probably 15 or 20 of them jumping out there, and she pointed it out to me actually, and I was like, wow, it was like, it felt like the universe was showing love to us. And the wildlife that's around here, I mean, there's so many birds, and I mean, we're in a very diverse ecological area. There's just monkeys. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff around here, birds. She saw a woodpecker. She took a video of the woodpecker. I mean, there's just lizards. I mean, everything you can imagine. It's just crazy. Anyway, all day yesterday, I did fulfill my promise to ayahuasca in the meeting about telling everybody I love them. I made them shut their eyes, went through the whole thing. All day yesterday, I was just connecting with people, like talking to them, obviously, but like really deep, like saying, just, and I've always used this when I speak to people, and I'm good with this, it's not like I didn't think love toward people or think good things toward people, but I didn't feel it. It was just stuff I was saying, it was just words. Words can't describe love. Words can't describe a lot of things. I mean, you can call something on a tree a leaf. That word is what we use to describe that, because we have to keep it simple, right? But that leaf is so much more than the word that we use to describe it. And that's true for everything. Like calling me James or me calling you whatever your name is, you're much more than just your name. You can't be described. Yeah, anyway, I'm sharing love and all these people, and oddly enough, it's all coming back to me. Like they're completely reciprocating it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, why have I been doing this? And it was genuine too. They weren't like, it wasn't like they were just being nice. Like they felt it. They felt it pouring out of me, and they were pouring it back. Yeah. And I mean, I'm crying as I'm talking to these people. Like I went to breakfast and I was still feeling the impacts of this. And like at breakfast, I'm like shaking, and I'm in front of these 20 people. I'm shaking, I'm crying. I am like jumping a little bit, like from time to time, because it was the energy that's coming through me is so powerful and I haven't felt it in so long. My body is like adjusting to it. It doesn't know. It's like, fuck. It's like jolts of electricity. It's like someone put the paddles on me to resuscitate me. It's just like all day. And today I'm crying, obviously, because I'm making this video, but I'm calmed down. Today I got a good night's sleep last night. I was in bed for like 16 hours because I hadn't slept much the previous 2 days. And I mean, I feel amazing. I was playing some music this morning. It's just, God, I just, all I can say is I just hope this lasts forever. It's like a movie. Not everyone has had this experience. I don't know, everybody's experience is unique to them. They say that ayahuasca gives you what you need, not always what you want. It did give me what I wanted, but I felt like the unconditional love is like the greatest thing that it could have given me. I can sit here and talk and try to explain it all day, but the way that it feels is, I'm a different person. I died and I've been reborn. I've been given my soul back. And like all this other stuff is happening too. One of my intentions was to feel like a kid again. I do. That wasn't even my intention, but the unconditional love makes that happen. And my roommate brought up Casey Kasem in like the top 10 and how she used to listen to it on just out of nowhere, how she used to listen to it on the radio and record it on her tape recorder because we're both old. This is before the internet and all that. And I used to do the same thing. I think a lot of us that are over 40 did this. We can relate. And I'm like, it just immediately brought back memories of being very young. And I'm like, man, like synchronicity. It's like the universe is giving it all, like everything that I've asked for. And the only thing I have to do is keep paying it forward and keep giving the love that I'm getting. And it'll give it back. That's how it works. You get what you give. Also, last thing, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I've got like rhymes coming into my head, creativity. Like I wrote a poem last night. There's this girl that I met here that I like, and I think she likes me too. And I wrote this poem for her, and it just like, it's beautiful, you guys. Like I'm just gonna bring it in on her. We've hung out a little bit, but we're gonna hang out, and at some point I'll bring out the poem, and like when she hears this, she's gonna lose her shit. I mean, like, and it's real too. It's not like I'm saying it because I'm trying to get her or something like that. I'm saying it because I fucking mean it, and the poems, like I've written a poem since school, and the only reason I did it then is because they made me do it, and it was probably awful. I mean, this poem is legit. I will never tell it to anyone else but her. But like, and music. I'm into music production. You guys see my dance videos. This morning I was dancing a little bit. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock yesterday. It's 9 a.m. now, so it's been almost 24 hours. So I was dancing in here. I just feel the creativity is like, I can't wait to make a dance video. I'm trying to keep my energy conserved while I'm here, but I'm gonna fucking cut a rug when I'm out of here. Like it's gonna be, it's like I can move better. My body's like pure. It's cleansed. But yeah, just the creativity side. I can't wait to go home and start making music. It's something I've done off and on for a while, and I've never really gotten into it because I haven't had the energy to do it. I just feel tired all the time, but I feel like this blockage is removed and the energy is like, it's just like, it's coming through. So, anyway, I think I got it all in, you guys. I love all of you. If any of you are having issues, this may not be for everyone. If it's calling you, just do it. I'm at Soltara in Costa Rica and Playa Blanca. If it's calling you, just fucking do it. They have 5 days retreats, which are just fine. This place is paradise. The food is great. The rooms are great. The atmosphere, and we're in the forest. I mean, it's, I don't want to leave here. I feel like I've been here for like 3 or 4 days. I feel like it's been a month, and I don't want to leave. In fact, I would stay here, at least for now. I would stay here and work for free for these people because of what they're doing. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.